feel free to do it as sei nem o que eu tô fazendo. Eu vou ter que fazer assim. Anyway. Ok. Acho que vai acabar travando muito, mas tudo bem. Vamos dublar jogo. Yupi. Vamos dublar jogo. Dublar não, né? Dublar card. É, dublar. Eu tô com medo. Eu adoro essa card, ela é muito linda. Ups, tá de... Ah, mas eu acho ela muito linda. Loud! Okay. Story 1. Luke's bedroom. On a normal day off, you arrive at Luke's house to do a major house cleaning with him. After organizing the last drawer, you let out a sigh of relief. Phew, that's about it. There's only the bookshelf left. Watching Luke put the packet store box into the storeroom, your focus turns to the bookshelf.
大丈夫か？一旦休憩にしとくか？
Nah. What about you? Look how much you're sweating. Do you want to take a break?
平気平気。俺はまだまだいけるぞ。
How about we just finish it in one go? There's not much left.
俺はどっちでもいいけど、お前疲れたらちゃんと教えろよ。
Ok. Eu acho que hoje talvez esteja. Tá, vai ficar assim, que eu acho que até o áudio do. Acho que até o áudio do negócio tá melhor. Eu vou tirar isso aqui então. Eu não tô vendo. Eita. Understood. Tá muito alto pra mim. Acho que tá muito alto na transmissão também. Ele tá tipo... A música tá mais ou menos... Deixa eu diminuir um pouquinho. Eu não sei se a música tá muito alta. É porque o problema é se eu diminuir a música, ele diminui o look também, né? Mas aí eu posso resolver isso daqui depois. Enfim. You start taking items from the bookshelf when you hear Luke suddenly make a noise of exclamation.
そうだ。実は今日大事な話をしようと思ってたんだ。
What is it?
もうすぐ俺の両親の命日だろ。
Ah. Is that so, girl?
それでまだ二人には俺たちが付き合ったことを報告してないから。だからその
Sure, I've got time. Before Luke can finish, you already know what he wants to say. But come to think of it, it's been a while since we visited your parents' graves together. After your parents took in Luke, your family would accompany him to visit his parents' graves every year until he went to school in the capital.
そうだな。俺のせいでもう何年も顔を見せてないから、きっと怒ってるかもな。
Oh, don't worry about that. I've been visiting the graves by myself all these years. I didn't hear much from you during those days, but I told them everything I knew.
ありがとな。
It was my pleasure. Luke frowned slightly.
お前はいつも平気だって言ってたけど、俺やおじさんたちがいない間、相当苦労しただろ。
I'm not a child. I wouldn't call it rough, but with my parents gone, I did feel lonely occasionally. You still have fond memories of visiting the graves of Luke's parents during a time when both Luke and your parents were with you. You remember when your parents would tell stories about the two families. You would sneak a peek at Luke's face, which always seemed calm. Afterward, whenever I was standing before the tombstone alone, I felt sad.
今まで本当にごめんな。
Luke hugs you gently.
けど、もう俺は戻った。
Yeah.
これからはきっと一緒に過ごせる時間も増えてくるはずだ。今回はおじさんたちの分も一緒に父さんたちに会いに行こ
う。Okay. At this point, Luke seems to recall something funny as he bursts into laughter. Eu vou diminuir pouquinho mais o som do negócio porque ele tá muito alto. Ok. Consigo. Já volto. floating. At this point, Luke seems to recall something funny as he bursts into laughter. What are you laughing about?
いやさ、昔母さんたちの話が出るたびにおばさんがよく口にしてた詩を思い出してさ。哀れな魂はただ最悪と最善とを迎え入れるだろう。なぜならば魂は熱中によってこそ燃えるのだから。
Oh, wait, agora que eu despluguei o som, eu posso botar filtro. Okay. You can feel the sentiment in Luke's words, his expression becoming calm and tender.
これは母さんが一番好きだった詩で、よく俺を寝かしつけるときに読んでくれてたんだったよな。
Oh. Yeah, and I remember my mom said to your mother that was someone who burns. Whether it was work, life, or relationships, she would give her all and leave with no regrets. She was a remarkable person.
みたいだな。俺も小さい頃はこの詩をよく読んでて、その時はまるで母さんがすぐそばにいるみたいだった。
You keep cleaning as you listen to Luke's story. Suddenly, you feel something hard in the corner of the bookshelf. What's this? You take out the object, which turns out to be a spherical metal box with a small burn top. Eh? The burn top looks like peanut. And judging by the shape of this box, it looks like a handcrafted ring box. Luke, did you make this? Curious, you pass the box to Luke, who was taking it easy while reminiscence he suddenly tenses up.
俺が作ったもんだよ。
Luke hurriedly grabs the ring box from Luke hurriedly grabs the ring box from your hands, casually stuffing it in a nearby drawer.
気まぐれで作ったもんだから、これは気にしなくていい。
The man in front of you barely recovers. Just for a moment, he seems strangely nervous and flustered. What's up with Luke? Did I ask something I shouldn't have? Should I probe further? Vou perguntar. On a second thought, you decided to just do that. Luke, did I ask something I shouldn't have? Is the ring box very important to you? Are you planning something? Hearing your question, Luke seems puzzled at the first, then shakes his head.
そんなもんないって。さっきの指輪ケースは少し前に任務で使った道具だよ。
Really? I thought...
え?
No, nothing. I saw beaten on top of the ring box and assumed it had something to do with us. Luke is taken back, almost as if you hit in the nail on the head.
いや、その...
But he mumbles for a bit before falling silent. Luke acting strange. Is something on his mind? You want to question Luke further, but he recovers. He reaches out and pinches your face to avoid the subject.
そんなことより早く掃除を済ませるぞ。
Yeah. Ikuzo. Soon, you and Luke finished with the cleaning. You tried mentioning the room. You tried You tried mentioning the ring box a few times, but Luke brushed it off each time with a joke. Thinking about it, your heart only grows more and more uneasy and suspicious. Knowing that you will never get a straight answer from Luke, you think of another person, Aaron. Eu não sei pronunciar o sobrenome dele. After finding an excuse to leave Luke's residence, you make a beeline for Stella's public hospital. By the time you arrive, Aaron has just completed his consultation session with his patients.
こんにちは。あれ、お一人ですか？夏彦は。
Aaron, I came to ask you about Luke.
夏彦のこと？あいつに何かあったんですか？
No, nothing happened. That's the thing. Aaron burst out with the question with a serious expression on his face.
そんなことはないはずですが。前回の任務も無事に済みましたし、体調も問題なかったはずです。
No, what I want to ask is, you tell Aaron what happened at Luke's place. Aaron falls silent. Aaron, what's going on with Luke? Aaron lets out a long sigh.
もし、俺の推測が正しいのであれば、その指輪ケースは、あなたに送るものだと思いますよ。
Me? Countless thoughts float into your mind.
ええ。夏彦が何も話さないのは、きっと何かしらの理由があるんでしょう。あの日、資料を届けるために、あいつが指定した住所に向かったんですが。
A month ago.
いや、夏彦探したぞ。よくもまあこんな偏僻な場所まで来たもんだ。
Aaron smiles as he steps into a small wooden cabin, only to see Luke with his head down doing something other than old man's guidance. A rose gold colored strip is placed before him. Luke holds a letter stamp with one hand while gently striking it with a small hammer in his other hand. After a few strikes, the letter D appears on the rose gold colored strip.
お前、そういうのはうまいよな。
ええ、この子には才能がありますよ。
Upon hearing this voice, Luke stands up and introduces the elderly man to Aaron.
ケニー、こちらはゴーダさんといって、ステラ市が誇る最高のアクセサリー職人の一人です。
Aaron sizes up Luke and Mr. Chen with a look of surprise on his face.
アクセサリー？
Accessory. Luke puts his lips together, refusing to say anything. Mr. Chen doesn't notice Luke's strange behavior and answers in his stead.
指輪ですよ。彼はかなり熱心な子で、もう半年以上もここに通っているんです。
彼？
何度失敗しようと決して諦めずにね。私も最初はすぐに値を上げると思っていたのですが、まさかここまで粘るとは正直驚きましたよ。
ゴーダさん。
このくらいにしておこうか。私はお茶を入れてくるので、二人はくつろいで待っていてください。
Mr. Chen smiles at Aaron, then turns to leave.
なあ、夏彦。お前の腕なら誰かの指導なんて受けなくても指輪くらい作れたんじゃないか？
Aaron approaches Luke, whispering.
それに、前にも一個作ってたよな。どうしてまた作ろうとしたんだ？
前のやつは出来が良くなかったから、もっといいものを作ろうと思って、ゴーダさんに指導をお願いしたんです。
出来が良くない。もっといいもの。
Aaron pauses for a moment before beaming with a smile.
おいおい、夏彦！それってつまり、もうじきいい報告を聞かせてくれるってことか？
Ele é todo felizinho.
正直に言えよ。彼女にプロポーズするつもりなんだろ？
Hearing Aaron's question, Luke clenches the unfinished ring in his hand and doesn't respond.
どうした？そんな深刻そうな顔して。
O Luke é um personagem muito difícil, que tipo, ele literalmente ele vai atrás da ideia, mas aí ele não faz, não executa. E é muito triste isso.
ケニー、俺はプロポーズなんてするつもりないですよ。
Then why are you doing the ring?
プロポーズしない？どうして？
ケンニーも知ってる通り、俺は今後も生きていられるという確証がない。そんな状態でプロポーズをするなんて、あまりにも無責任だからです。
Esse homem é muito besta. Queria tentar fazer um negócio, aumentar o tamanho disso daqui, mas não consigo. Mas opções, relatar um problema, não tenho mesmo. Fui tentar fazer um negócio, não foi dar certo.
ならどうしてまた指輪を？
ね?
それは。
Luke avoids Aaron's gaze, unconsciously dodging the question. Aaron sighs helplessly.
彼女と付き合うようになって、お前も少しは前向きになってきたと思っていたが、ここまで来ても変わってないんだな。夏彦、お前の言い分はよくわかるし、お前を説得できるとも思ってない。だが、一つだけ聞かせてくれ。お前は本当に一度もプロポーズをしようと考えたことはないのか？
A pained expression appears on Luke's face. After being silent for some time, he finally shakes his head.
安心してください。俺は前よりもずっと幸せですから。あの時みたいに悲観的でもないし、未来を楽しみにするようにもなった。だから、今の生活さえ続けば、それで十分満足なんです。それに、あいつのことはよくわかってるつもりです。だからこそ、婚姻という形で縛ることなんてできない。
お前はそれでいいのか？
俺は。
Luke opens his hand. The unfinished ring in his palm has answered everything for him.
もういいでしょう、ケンニー。俺は、これが最善の選択だと思ってます。
Aaron falls into a brief silence. After uncovering the truth from Aaron, worries linger in your mind, throwing your heart into chaos. So he really made the ring for me. But Luke? Unexpected joy and heartache blend together into bitterness, and you can picture Luke making the ring.
正直、俺は二人のことに関して、
Não, tu é meu
これ以上
padrinho.
口出
Não,
しすべ
padrinho.
き立場じゃないと思っ
Tu
て
é
ま
o
す。
padrinho do Luke, não tem problema.
指輪といい、プロポーズといい、これらは完全に二人の問題ですから。だけど、それでも自分の気持ちを話していいのであれば、夏彦は患者である前に実の弟のような存在です。だからあいつがあなたにいくら黙っていようと、俺が黙っていられない。それにあなたには全てを知る権利がある。そうでしょ。
Aaron, thank you for telling me so much.
いえいえ、俺が勝手に話しただけですから。というよりむしろ、俺は二人に謝らないといけません。
Não, meu filho, tô salvando a vida do meu marido.
ところで弁護士さん、全てを知った今、あなたはどうするおつもりですか？
I haven't decided. I didn't know Luke has always been worried about our future. Would Luke be relieved if I pretended if I didn't know? Oops, cara. Não queria ter falado a palavra, mas eu falei. When I think about Luke's feelings as he made the ring, I feel like I need to do something.
そう自分を追い詰めなくてもいいと思いますよ。あなたがどんな選択をしようと、俺は心から応援してます。
É o pai mesmo. Aaron nods at you, his eyes radiating with sincere support. You gradually calm down. Aaron, I decided a long time ago to be with Luke. Whatever he's worried about, I won't let him suffer alone. I'm going to visit Luke's parents in 2 days. Perhaps that might be a good opportunity. Yes. At the end of a busy day, Luke returns to his bedroom at night. He receives a phone call just as he is about to sit down.
もしもし、ケンニー。こんな時間にどうしたんです？
あのなあ、夏彦。
O Aaron sempre fala as coisas assim, né? Aí ele fica tipo, ai, perdão, não queria falar isso. The voice over the phone is silent for a moment.
ケンニー？どうしました？
素直に言うよ。夏彦、お前に謝りたいことがある。
謝る？
今日の午後、弁護士さんが俺のところに来たんだ。で、指輪のことを聞かれて、全部話した。
ケンニー、どうしてそんなこと？
本当に悪かったと思ってる。俺がとやかく言うべき立場じゃないのも理解してるし、いくら罵られようと受け入れるつもりだ。
今さら怒ったところで何も変わりませんよ。ケンニーも分かってますよね。あいつに全てを知られてしまったら。
ああ、分かってる。けど、分かっていても黙っていられなかったんだ。夏彦、お前に何と言われようと、俺はお前に幸せになってほしい。
ケンニー、前にも言いましたよね。俺は、今が幸せなんです。だから、もう、これで満足なんですよ。
本当にそうだとしたら、どうしてあんなに手間と時間をかけてまで指輪なんか作ったんだ？
それは。
Luke doesn't respond.
夏彦、今回のことはいい機会だと思うぞ。いっそのこと、全部抱えてるもんを彼女に打ち明けてみたらどうだ？そして彼女の考えにも耳を傾け、もう一度自分にチャンスを。
ダメですよ。あいつのことだから。俺が話せば、きっと全てを受け入れてしまう。だからこそ黙ってたんです。
ならお前はどうなる？彼女のためにしてきたことは、その程度で諦められるもんだったのか？
ケンニー、無駄ですよ。何があろうと、俺は考えを変えるつもりはありません。
Before Aaron can respond, Luke hangs up. Without thinking, he takes the ring box from the drawer. After tapping the ring box opens. The diamond the ring gleams into the light. Luke smiles tenderly, thinking of something.
作ってた時から、これなら絶対、お前に似合うって思ってた。それから、もしお前がこれを見たら、どんな顔をするのかって、 そんなことばかり考えてたっけな。
The smile fades from Luke's face, as if he's trying to find the strength to say what is on his mind.
ケンニーには言えなかったけど、お前へのプロポーズを一度も考えたことがないなんて、そんなことあるわけないだろ。
The Como é que as pessoas assim?
ケンニーには言えなかったけど、お前へのプロポーズを一度も考えたことがないなんて、そんなことあるわけないだろ。
Eu tiro o chapéu pro Kajiyuki.
俺も人間だ。いくら気持ちを抑えようと我慢しきれないことだってあるけど、これだけはどうしても無理なんだ。
Luke's expression gradually returns to normal.
今回ばかりはお前に何を言われようと考えを改めるつもりはないからな。
Eu vou trocar pro meu celular. Então calma aí, deixa eu... Vou trocar pro meu celular. Tan, 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 tan. Trocar pro meu celular. ちょっと待ってね。Wait. ちょっと待ってね。ちょっと待ってね。ちょっと待ってね。Cube beside her. Yeah, 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 yeah. In a lullaby. Let your body loose. Yeah. Yeah. Baby, work on. Sunshine in an organ, she can't baby, don't need work now. Fatal trouble, it's getting blurry. Oh, no, yeah, jealous song. Fatal trouble on my way. Not a child could know. I don't know you. Tô pesquisando um negócio. Passe o mouse pra tela pipi. Engrenagem, qualidade. Que engrenagem? Não tem engrenagem mais. Vou ter que vir no... qualidade... De o quê? Cube Soiro. Transmissão. Eu não sei o que eu fiz. Let your body loose. Acho que vai ficar assim. Será que eu tenho que fazer isso no meu? Let your body loose. Calma. Freeze. 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 Eu não sei como fazer isso. Aparência? Aparência. Escala. Nível de zoom. Ah, não era tanto assim, não. Ah, não, mas eu queria daqui, ó. Não, mas eu quero daqui. Quanto mais. Ah, achei. Ele só não tá funcionando do outro jeito. Mas eu prefiro desse jeito porque ele... Ele... Não, calma, tem que tirar. Sai. Ele trava menos.
Tears of Themis.
Trees are Themis. Pium, pium, pium. Pium, 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 pium. Pium, pium, pium. Pium, pium. Luna, who are you? Ah, ele travou de novo. Vai, deixa eu voltar. Ele veio meu Discord. Massa eu. You see? You see you? You see you? Vou diminuir aqui porque tá muito grande agora. Tan, 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 tan. Assim? Tá bom? Nossa. Eu vou ver. Nossa, ficou menor ainda. Tan, tan, tan. Assim. Não sei, eu vou ver a card. Vou ver na tela. Apesar de que eu fiz isso, a qualidade tá meio esquisita ainda. Tá, sabe o que isso faz? Que beside all. Yeah. Não sei o que eu tô fazendo na minha vida, não. O que eu tô falando? Cube. Acho que não dá pra ler, não. A qualidade ficou pior. Olha o que aconteceu. Tan, tan. Tan, 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 tan. Tan, tan, tan. Tan, tan. Ele continua meio cagado, né? Tan, tan, tan. Ué, o áudio ele não funciona. O áudio só o áudio não funciona. Tan, tan. Desgraça. Ficar assim. Não sei se tá bom, provavelmente não. The piercing sunlight from the blue sky makes the dust in the air apparent.
ここら辺危ないから、足元に気をつけろよ。
Botas. Luke leads you through the quiet path of irregular stones on a steep slope.
この道、前に来た時補修するって言ってたのに、まだしてなかったのか。
Isso se chama governo. Governo não faz esse tipo de coisa, não. The last time? I remember this road was fixed a few years ago. Luke should have been in the capital at that time. When did Luke come here?
着いたぞ。
Mentiu pra mim de novo. Before I can ask about it, the two of you... Before you can ask about it, the two of you reach Luke's parents' tombstones. The flat slopes are divided into neat areas, lined with rows and rows of tombstones for countless souls resting here. There aren't many visitors today. Looking from a distance, you spot only a few pairs, which makes the cemetery feel more deserted. Thankfully, the verdant greens and lush vegetation diffuse the weighty atmosphere. Engraved on Luke's parents' tombstones are their birth and dates, followed by a single line. It only burns for the sake of burning. Here, Luke. You pass the daisies to him. Daisies! Luke crouches, clenching the daisies gently in his hand, but he doesn't put them down. The sun shines through the rows of tombstones, landing just behind Luke. The sunlight immerses half of his figure in the light, leaving the other half in the shadows. He seems to be contemplating something. After some time, he finally speaks.
父さん、母さん、久しぶり。最初に言っとくけど、こっちは元気にしてるから、何も心配しなくていいよ。
He looks up at the tombstone and smiles softly.
毎回これじゃ飽きるよな。だから、今回はもう一人連れてきた。父さんたちもよく知ってる人で、っていうか、前に面倒を見てたこともあるこいつだけど。俺たち、今は付き合ってるんだ。
You were told Luke's mother held you as a baby. Over the years, you also visited the tombstone. But you cannot help but become nervous as this is the first time he introduced you to his parents as his girlfriend.
父さんたちも知ってる通り、彼女はすっごく優しくて、今まで出会ってきた中でも最高の人で
Best
さ。
girl.
俺が迷ったり戸惑ったり、おじけづいて前に進めなくなったりした時、彼女はいつもそばにいてくれて、思わず逃げ出してしまいそうになった時も、この人が真っ先に止めてくれたんだ。それに、どんな危険に直面しようと、果敢に立ち向かうくらい強いのに、それと同じくらい優しい心も持ってて。
Is this how Luke sees me?
俺の人生における最大の幸福は、彼女と一緒になれたことだ。父さん、母さん、祝福してくれるよな。
The trees sway to the gentle breeze, making a rustling sound as they interact. The sound of the wind and the trees carried Luke's words into your ears, somewhat easing your nervousness. Luke, I'm sure your parents will... Huh? Something cold slides down on your face. You look up to see the drizzle accompanied by blinding sunlight. A sun shower? That came out of nowhere. In the drizzle, Lucas is still crouching in front of the tombstone. daisies in his hand.
これでいいんだ。これで。
Luke places the daisies in front of the tombstone. So, after placing the flowers on the tombstone, Luke gets up quickly and takes your hand, wanting to leave. Eh? We're leaving just like that?
ああ。雨が強くなる前に早く帰るぞ。
Can I say a few words to your parents?
それはまた今度、晴れた日にな。父さんたちもきっと気にしてないだろうし。ほら、もう行くぞ。
Let me speak. With that, Luke urges you to leave. His tone sounds relaxed, but you keenly notice a flash of worry and panic between his eyebrows. You subconsciously come up with a conclusion. He's avoiding you. Your mind recalls what Aaron said yesterday. Soon you realize what Luke is concerned about. Aaron must have told him about my visit. Knowing him, he might have guessed I would use this opportunity to clear things up. So now he won't even give me a chance to speak. His behavior causes a wave of annoyance to rise in your heart. Without thinking twice, you blurt out what's on your mind. Come back another day? By myself or together with you?
それもおいおい考えような。だから今は。
Luke, have you never considered a future with me? Luke pauses, not knowing how to respond. While he's in a daze, you walk around him to the tombstone. Luke, you finished talking with your parents. Now it's my turn. Ignoring your drenched hair and Luke's situation, you look up at the tombstone in front of you. It's been a long time, Mr. and Mrs. Spears. In the past, when I visited you guys, I told my innermost thoughts, but today I would like to talk about you and Luke. You and Luke? I would like to talk to you about Luke. Luke definitely didn't tell you. He said when he was in the capital, he suffered nerve damage from a drug infection while he was hospitalized. Currently, there's no cure for the disease. Parece que eu tô falando notícia. Calma. Como que eu interpreto isso daqui bonitinho? I don't know what to say about it. When I first found out, I was terrified. I didn't know how to deal with the fact that our days together were numbered. But the longer I've been with Luke, the more I'm convinced I made the right decision to be with him. As the memories of your time with Luke flood back, you turn around and stare at the person standing there. Luke, because of you, I've become strong. I know you're worried about the future. I know you're worried about what the future holds. Worried that things might not turn as well. However, I won't give up happiness in the present because of the uncertainty in the future. As long as I'm with you, I can face anything. I want to be closer to you. I want to seize every moment with you. Are you willing? Luke doesn't respond to you immediately. The rain gradually comes down harder. He looks down at the daisies placed on the tombstone. After a long time, she shakes his head.
ごめん。俺は約束できない。
Luke.
俺がこういう態度でいることを、お前やケンには 病気のことが原因だって思ってるんだろう。絶対に生きていられる保証がないから、悲観的になって、いっそ何もしない方がいいって。
Is that not the case?
確かに違うとは言い切れないけど、お前と付き合い始めてから、
That's
俺
not
は
enough, bitch.
随分と
Sorry.
前向きになったんだ。俺が粘り強く生きてさえいれば、いつか奇跡みたいなことも起きるかもしれないって、そう信じられるくらいにはなったんだよ。
Then why?
お前は今ある日々を一緒に過ごしたいって言ったよな。確かにそいつは幸せそうだ。でも、その行動がどういう結果を呼ぶことになるのか、本当に分かってるのか。俺が望めば、もちろんそういう幸せをつかむこともできる。けど、その先の結果は誰が背負うんだ。
No matter what happens, we can face it together.
あのな。最悪その結果は、お前が一人で背負わないといけなくなるんだぞ。
He walks over to you as he speaks.
お前は一度でも、俺の墓の前に一人で立つ光景を想像したことはあるか。
What? Luke suddenly points to a plot not so far away. You look to where he's pointing. Only a few scattered tombstones are erected there.
あそこ。3列目の左から17番目にある墓石は、俺が自分のために買ったもんだ。
Perdão.
あの場所に決めたとき、俺は、そこに立つお前の姿が見えた。
You look at Luke in shock, but she remains eerily calm, as if what he said was normal.
俺が何もかも忘れて行動すれば、お前にプロポーズすることも、あの指輪をはめてやることもできる。けど、その後は、奇跡が起こって、俺の病気が治れば万々歳だけど、もしもそうならなかったとき、婚約者、あるいは妻になったお前を、あそこに立たせるっていうのか。お前は、こんなにも優しくて、素敵で。今こうしていられるだけで、俺はもう十分すぎるほど幸せなんだ。人は、綺麗な希望ばかり見てはいられないし、いつかは現実を見なきゃいけない時が来る。だから、お前を余計なもんで縛って、あるかもしれない未来を奪いたくないんだ。
Luke had been here by himself, so that's why he knew the way. A surge of bitterness sweeps over your heart as you peel back Luke's heart layer by layer, finally uncovering his true feelings. He's still seeking the most stable future for you. He wants to minimize how much you might get hurt. That's why he told Aaron he wanted to maintain the status quo. Even if he's gone one day, our current relationship wouldn't create any sort of identity constraints for me. I can walk away whenever I want and start a new life. You can't imagine what Luke was feeling when he came here alone, about his own tombstone and made these decisions. Treading on eggshells and keeping these worries to himself. For a long time, Luke bore these feelings alone, just for you.
親しい人が亡くなったことがないお前には、死別ってのがどれだけ辛いことか、まだ想像できないかもしれない。俺は、ここへ来るたびに思うんだ。あの事故が起こっていなければ、両親がこの世に生きていればってね。 そう考えれば考えるほどに、胸の寂しさは増していくんだ。何度も何度も思いを遺品に託し、この墓石にすがってみても、それらが言えることはない。そんな寂しさや虚しさだけを残していくなんて、俺には耐えられない。わずかでもいいから、俺は、お前の苦痛を減らしてやりたいんだ。
Luke, it's not like that. You don't need.
心配すんなって。俺たちの未来については、ちゃんと考えてあるから。お前に告白したことに後悔なんてない。けど、ここまでなんだ。この先、俺がどれくらい生きてられようと、お前は自由な状態で、今を生きていればいい。
Your hair is now glued to your forehead due to the rain. Luke raises his hands and gently parts it to the side. His warm palm touches your face, causing a tingling sensation in your heart. Luke, what about you? What about your feelings? Your feelings. Doesn't it hurt? Aren't you sad? Will you really just resign yourself to this fate?
俺のことはいいんだよ。大丈夫だって。
How is that not important? Eu vou fazer. How is that not important? You can't help. Por que eu tô falando tudo felizinho? You can't help but pull closer to Luke. Through the rain, you can see his depressed eyes. Luke, do you remember coming to visit your parents when we were little? I was too little to understand anything and asked if you miss your parents. When we got home, my parents scolded me for asking that question. Do you remember what you said? Luke pauses for a moment, puzzled.
確か、おじさんとおばさんも優しいし、お前もいるから大丈夫だって、そう答えたような。それがどうした？
Yes. You said you were doing great. That's what you always say. But the problem is, that wasn't my question. I asked if you miss your parents. Now when I think back, I realize that in all the years we visited your parents, you never once said you missed them.
それは、みんなに。
Luke stops talking at this point, looking at you somewhat helplessly. You finish a sentence for him. You didn't want your parents to worry, or you didn't want me and my parents to worry?
俺は、
Luke, Luke, you're always thinking of others. When you were little, you repressed your longing because you were afraid that talking about it would ruin my parents. Now, you suppress your wishes to make me happy, to avoid making me sad, putting aside whether that's the way to make me happy. What about you? Why don't you think about yourself more? Luke, are you trying to destroy yourself? After a long silence, you hear a sigh from him.
そんなの、お前を愛してるからに決まってるだろ。そんなの、お前を愛してるからに決まってるだろ。愛してるからこそ、お前のことを第一に考えずにはいられない。これはもはや本能なんだ。俺は、お前の騎士のように、お前が望むなら何だって捧げるし、 喜んで使えるつもりだ。決して辛いことでもなければ、苦しいことでもない。今のままが、俺にとっての幸せなんだよ。
A gust of wind blows by, kicking up a few fallen leaves. Luke shifts over slightly to buck the gust of wind.
だから、婚約なんかなくても、俺たちの関係は何一つ変わらない。
Esse cara quer me matar, isso sim. You pessoa inner. Tá torto, né? Calma.
俺の命が終わるその時まで、俺は、お前を愛し続ける。
Ai, calma. Como é que eu faço isso? Ai, Luke, why do you still not understand? Eu sei fazer melhor. Luke, why do you still not understand? Marriage is important right now. Ficou uma merda. Como é que eu faço de volta? Luke, why do you still not understand? Marriage isn't important right now. Mas é porque eu não posso gritar. Se eu pudesse, eu gritava. You can't help but raise your voice, which causes two people nearby to stare at you. You realize something is wrong. Just as the rain comes down even harder, the two people run away with their hands over their heads. You and Luke are still facing each other. The fine layer of water over your face, over your hair reflects the sunlight. Luke takes off his suit jacket and uses to shield you from the rain.
このままじゃ、風邪ひくぞ。
Even now, Luke is still thinking about me. You pull closer to Luke. Much to his surprise, you share half the jacket with him by holding it above your heads. It isn't very effective at shielding you and Luke from the rain, but you still hold up it to it. Luke, Luke, I don't want your love for me to be so heavy. I understand everything that you do for me. I'm grateful for it, and I love it. But it makes me sad. At the same time, because it seems like I can make you happy.
そんなわけ。
You're always saying what I should do. What about you? What should you do? If you keep suppressing your feelings, if you keep sacrificing yourself for others, how can you find happiness? Am I supposed to see you live a life of endless regrets? Luke, I love that you care about me, but I will also want you to be happy. Your heart beats violently. Multiple emotions, affection, heartache, and love amass in your chest, threatening to burst out at any moment to engulf you. There's only one thing on your mind that's making Luke happy. You take a deep breath, calming down somewhat. Luke, do you remember the poem that your mom liked?
魂は熱中によってこそ燃える。だったか。
Yeah. I think she sang it to you as a lullaby. Perhaps because it contained her expectations for you. Luke, burn for yourself. Just this once. Abandon everything that betrays your heart, including insincere words. I want to hear the truth from you. Do you wish to propose to me? Or do you really want this to be the extent of our relationship? You and Luke stare at each other in the falling rain. He frowns, eyes as deep as the vortex, as if they want to swallow the rain, the wind, and you into them.
結婚したいし、ここで終わってほしくないよ。けど、
If that's what you wish, then just ask me. Not for anyone else. Just for yourself.
俺は
おーい、そこのお二人、何をしてるんです？
Estragou o clima, meu.
おーい、そこのお二人、何をしてるんです？
You and Luke look at the direction of the voice. Jogging over, the man turns out to be the caretaker of the cemetery.
もう閉園の時間ですよ。
Closing time? Looking down at the time, you realize it's almost evening. At some point, the rain stopped. You put down the suit jacket and gently shake your sore hands. The sunlight has weakened at this point, but is still shining gently.
すみません。すぐに出ます。
Encountering closing time at such a critical moment. How unfortunate. Luke,
とりあえず、今は帰るぞ。これ以上いたら迷惑になるだろうし。
Luke takes your hand, and the two of you face the tombstone once more. The stone flowers are wet, and the smell of trees and dirt is strangely reassuring after the rain.
父さん、母さん。今日はもう帰るけど、近いうちにまた来るよ。
Yeah, don't worry. Everything will turn out just fine. By the time you two leave the cemetery to head home, it's just in time for rush hour. You and Luke decide to walk home instead. Your previous conversation have been interrupted, leaving you both hanging without a conclusion. You and Luke are silent the whole way. It is dusk, and the horizon is tinged with layers of golden orange. A bird soars across the sky, and you subconsciously look up to follow it. Wait, that's... Look! It's a double rainbow. You pull at Luke's clothes without thinking. Under the gorgeous sky, a double rainbow, warm and brilliant, streams across the half of the city.
もう晴れたのか。
Yeah, it did. Luke, do you remember when we saw a double rainbow on Nosta? On that island with buried gold, you and Luke saw a unique miracle. Do you remember what you said then?
まあ、これから先も、俺といろんな風景を見に行って、もっとたくさんの奇跡を一緒に探してくれないかって。
The brooding look on Luke's face begins to fade away gradually, as if he has just remembered something important. You seize the opportunity and turn him towards you. Luke, I know it's futile to say anything else, but what I want to say is, then and now, my answer has remained the same. Yes. But it's a bit different. Back then, we were just childhood friends. But in the future, I want a more intimate bond with you, regardless of what may come. I will never regret. Luke looks at you, his expression changing between a myriad of emotions. Suddenly, he grabs her hand and starts sprinting. Hold on, I'm in heels. Hold on, I'm in heels. Yoon and Luke reach home at the fastest possible speed. He puts his suit jacket over the back of a chair, tells you to change your clothes, and goes into the bedroom. Besides that, he didn't mention a word about what you said the whole way over. Is Luke okay? Were my words inappropriate? Did he feel like I was forcing him? I was thinking for a moment. You realize it's already dusk and you decide to make a simple dinner. Then when Luke comes down, you would talk to him again. Is there any food at home? Você percebeu, eu só leio com muita entonação de interrogação. You open the fridge to find it completely filled with frozen food, except for the tomatoes and eggs. Right, given Luke's cooking skills, how could there be ingredients in the house? You rummage through another cabinet and find a bottle of orange marmalade. You open it and smell it. It is still edible. I remember there was a toast in the cabinet downstairs. We can just eat something now, then order takeout later. After making up your mind, you close the cabinet. However, you turn around to find Luke standing behind you. In his hand is the ring box you had found earlier, and he's blushing from ear to ear. Luke, what's with...
話したいことがある。
He looks up and pushes the ring box forward.
ケンニーから聞いてると思うけど、このケースも中の指輪も俺がお前のために作ったもんだ。
Luke.
あの人は知らないだろうけど、これらを作ってる時、俺はずっと悩んでたんだ。こんなことしてちゃダメだ。これ以上望むなって。けど、俺は結局、自分をうまく制御できず、お前がこれをつけてる光景まで想像しちまった。
You reach out to judge Luke, but he shakes his head and looks intently at you. Gradually, his eyebrows begin to relax. The sunset afterglow shines through the window into his pupils.
あの時、俺はいろんなことを考えてた。今の俺たちのことや、再会したあの日のこと。それと、過ぎてった8年のことに、子供だったあの頃のことも。小さい頃から、俺はずっと聞き分けのいい子だった。自分のおじさんやおばさん、それからお前のことを優先してきた。俺が強くなりさえすれば、周りの人に心配をかけずに済むし、お前のことも守ってやれる。俺は今までずっとそう思ってきたんだ。もちろん、その過程で悲しい思いをしたこともあったかもしれないけど、時間が経つにつれて、俺はそんな毎日に慣れていった。
The next moment, Luke suddenly shifts his tone.
けど今は、俺はますます自分の心に嘘をつけなくなっちまった。俺はどうすればいいと思う？
Luke, you don't need to deceive yourself anymore.
その通りだな。
He suddenly laughs.
帰り道でもいろいろと考えてたんだけど、正直、お前の言葉でまたしても動揺しちまってさ。なんていうか、お前の前にいるだけで、それまでの我慢や葛藤が 嘘みたいに消えるんだよな。離れ離れになっていた8年が、距離や時間で俺たちの関係が変わらないことを証明してくれた。そして、俺の躊躇も、逃げたいと思う気持ちも、どうしようもなくお前に惹かれている証拠だってことを、俺に分からせてくれた。
Luke, you...
俺は運命なんて、少しも恐れていなかったんだ。けど俺は、お前の決心も、俺の欲深さも見誤っていた。明日が最後の日になるかなんて、そんなのは誰にもわからない。俺はただ、今日という日に、俺のためだけに行動したい。
Getting down on one knee. Caray. Getting down on one knee, Luke lifts the ring box and taps a little bar on top to open it. Your eyes focus on ring and a perfectly cut diamond tinged with gold from the sunset, twinkling before your eyes. Twinkling? Twinkling. Luke, you're surprised by the scene unfolding. You're surprised by the scene unfolding before your eyes as you eventually pinch the hem of your skirt. It feels like an eternity, but also a brief moment. The uncertainty in your heart has finally been laid to rest, replaced with a gradual sense of happiness.
お前は、まるで鍵のように、いつも俺の心を開いてくれる。この選択が正しいのかどうか、この先で後悔せずに済むかどうか、それは正直、まだわからない。けど、この指輪を作ってる時に迷わず刻んだこの言葉、デブモンが意味するように、俺は、俺の過去や未来をすべてお前に捧げて、俺の魂にお前の名前を刻み込んでもいいと思ってる。けど、今この瞬間だけは、俺は自分に誠実でいたい。誰かのためじゃなく、ただ自分のために。改めて、俺は自分の意志でお前にこの指輪を贈るよ。死が俺たちを分かつまで、お前と肩を並べて今ある日々を大切に生きていきたい。だからどうかもう一度俺。
Sorry. Luke pauses for a moment, then speaks again earnestly.
いや、今度こそ俺を正式に
Acho que vai de pijama.
お前の家族にしてほしい。
Vou tomar banho lá. Oxi, meu pijama já tá com saia, oxi. Feeling your cheeks grow warm, you try to wipe away the tears. Don't cry, you tell yourself. Because you want to smile at this moment, to let Luke know you're happy. You reach out your hand. Come. Yes. Luke, let's walk into the future together. Eu tô com medo das próximas cenas. Luke takes out the ring and puts it carefully on your finger, treasuring every moment, like making a vow. The boulder in your heart comes crashing down as you leap into his arms with relief, tiptoeing to kiss him. It seems this is the only way you can share all your emotions and love with him. Luke pauses, but soon as he takes the initiative, your arm around him gradually slips as you kiss him. The word kiss is over, until you can only manage to support yourself against the counter. Luke doesn't seem greedy at all, After the kiss is over, he takes a step back to keep some distance from you. His fingers move across your lips. Without realizing, Luke starts frowning again. Don't frown. You try to relax.
Não.
Ah!
Que é isso?
Calma. Hello! Eu não tô falando sozinha, velho. Eu tô dublando o negócio. Hello!
Oi. Ai, eu quero ouvir esse dublar.
Calma.
Oi.
Eita, agora eu vou ter que... Calma, que eu tenho que voltar aqui e montar você no meu celular.
Nossa.
Cube Sugger. Que assim, a próxima cena é justamente a cena que eu tava com mais medo de dublar.
Por quê? Nossa, que medo.
Calma. Ai. You try to relax Luke's eyebrow, but he grabs your hand gently. There's a different color in his eyes, reminiscent of restraint and desire.
このまま続けたら
Yeah? Luke ignores your banter. You know that even now Luke is still hesitating. You hope that he could think about himself, but he's been shackled by his other self for more than 20 years. That won't change with just one heart-to-heart conversation, but it doesn't matter. You will accompany Luke no matter how long it takes. Making Luke happy, start from this moment. Eu tô com medo.
Medo.
Still frowning, watch how I deal with you. You secretly dip your fingers into the marmalade, eu não sei ler essa palavra. While Luke isn't paying attention, you smear some on the bridge of his nose. Luke, today is the day of our engagement. Can you tell me why my fiancé has such a worried look? So, I'm gonna punish you. Deixa eu ler de novo. So, I'm gonna punish you. With that, you rub some more marmalade on Luke's face. This is for frowning in the car. This is for frowning at the cemetery. This is to punish you. Luke suddenly touches your nose with his, smearing the sticky marmalade on your nose as well. That's not fair.
そうかけどルールなんて説明された覚えはないぞ
Eu tô quase comendo o microfone já. Ai, hold on. Ave Maria. Before he can explain, Luke pulls in with his entire face. Not to be outdone, use marmalade on the exposed parts of his skin, cheeks, nose, chin, and collarbone. You and Luke... Hã?
O que é marmalade?
É tipo marmelada, é tipo geleia, eu acho.
Ah,
Pronto, aumentei seu volume. You and Luke use each other's bodies as a battlefield, and the both of you are so preoccupied with gaining the upper hand that neither of you thinks about anything else. Little by little, the marmalade is spread all over your bare skin, leaving the faint sweet smell of oranges in the air. While playing around, Luke keeps you pinned to the kitchen counter. Great. Now there's marmalade all over.
気にすんなよジャンくらい俺がちゃんと片付けてやるから
nossa! Mano, o que eu tô vendo?
Wait! Before you can react, Luke has already carried you onto the kitchen counter. You lean back on the small kitchen counter. However, Luke leans forward, preventing you from escaping. Só tô analisando. He inches closer to you, his warm, uneven breath on your neck to clean you. Without thinking, you tilt your head back. Eu não quero dublar isso. Luke, Your voice becomes overly sweet, probably because of the scent of the oranges in the air.
おとなしくしてないと片付けられないだろ。
Ele não vai me lamber não, né, velho?
Acho que vai.
Luke slowly moves his hand to your waist, and you feel a burning sensation on every inch of his skin he touches, as if his hand, as his hands moves up, I don't say my as his hand moves up, revealing your skin, his fingertips lingers on your waist, somewhat restrained. Suddenly, a gust of wind blows into the room, and you shiver slightly, feeling a chill on your breast skin. The next moment, Luke licks the marmalade on your neck. Ah!
Sad.
It sends an electric shock throughout your body, but his hands on your waist prevents your escape.
甘いな。
The marmalade?
ジャムもそうだし。
The warm tip of his tongue slides among the line of marmalade, leaving a soft feeling on your neck. When what started off as a lick turned into kisses, sapping strength from your body as you almost lose your grip on the bottle of orange marmalade. You are caught in the grip of strange pleasures spreading through your bones and flesh. Your consciousness gradually blurs as you feel nothing except Luke's burning kisses. Your heart beats violently, making you feel like you're on a roller coaster. Your body seems to be out of control as the wheels spreads from your heart to your limbs. Wait! Luke moves back.
どうした？辛いのか？
Not exactly. Everything entangles in your mind, and you find it impossible to find the right words, so you can only stare at Luke. There's a light at the corner of Luke's eyes that tugs at your heartstrings. A myriad of emotions finally find their way out. I'm not uncomfortable, it's just not enough. Hugs and kisses can feel the distance between us, but we are already so close. The moment you finish speaking, you can feel the Luke tighten his hands around you, pulling you even closer to him. The same watery eyes are watching you now. You can handle such a tantalizing look from Luke and want to turn away, yet at the same time, you want to be tangled together with him.
なら、もっと近づいてやるよ。ジャムだろうと、お前の複雑な感情だろうと、
Passa logo.
責任を持って片付けてやるから。
Eu adoro essa card, mas eu quero que passe logo.
全部俺に任せときな。
Luke resumes the kisses from your collarbone to your neck. Bit by bit, Luke licks the rest of the marmalade off your skin. After a while, the kisses become deep, moist, and long. You can't help but throw your head back, panting like you're gasping for air.
Meu Deus.
You and Luke lose yourselves into kisses. Acaba logo. Acabou a cena. Eita!
Eita!
É que ela tava segurando o negócio onde tava o negócio, aí caiu. And you can no longer hold into the bottle of marmalade and let it slip from your hands. Even the sound of glass breaking is alluring. Okay? Light and shadow dance in the air. The sunset glow gradually fading from the room. The night that belongs to you and Luke is only just beginning. Acabou? Yay! O áudio não pega eu batendo palma, mas eu tô dando palma. Yay! Ah, mano, essa card é tão linda, meu. A arte inteira, assim, não dá pra ver muito bem, porque tá de ponta cabeça, mas... Ai, que linda!
Bonito.
Ele tá no meio das pernas.
これは二人の未来に対する約束だ。
Oh.
これから先何があろうと俺はずっとお前のそばにいるよ。
Pera, o anel dele parece muito com o meu. Tipo, uma parte dele.
Tá.
Tipo,
このダイヤの加工も俺がやったんだぞ。そんな難しいもんでもないから今度お前にも見せてやるよ。
é parecido com o meu no sentido que ele é ele é mais ou menos um
宝石
infinito.
は他にも考えてたんだけどいろいろ悩んだ結果ダイヤモンドに込められてる意味が一番しっくりきてる。
Made for each other.
Isso. Ah, eu não consigo rodar ele por inteiro, mas olha que lindo! Ai, que fofo. Eu queria comprar um. Tinha vendendo. Eu acho tão engraçado isso aqui. Eu não sei explicar, eu acho muito engraçado essa foto.
Que, mano? Ele tá bonitinho.
Ele é um amor, eu amo esse homem.
Ave Maria.
E agora eu posso botar no meu perfil no jogo o anel dele.
O anel dele.
É. Puta aqui, ó. Yippee! Eu vou botar o perfil Não, não quero outro. Pronto. Ah! Nossa, eu lembro quando saiu essa card. Eu tava que nem uma desesperada chorando quando eu tava lendo a história. Porque eu já li a história. Né? Eu li de novo, né? Mas eu já sabia a história. Era tão triste. Porque esse filho da mãe, ele simplesmente... Tipo... Não, ele meio que assim, ele faz... O anel que ele fez, aquele anel lá, ele fez inteiramente sozinho. Não só o anel, como a caixa. Só que... Pelo fato de que ele vai morrer daqui a alguns anos por conta de uma doença, ele fica pensando, eu não vou me casar com a personagem, porque meio que eu vou estar obrigando a fazer com que ela sofra no futuro, porque eu vou eventualmente morrer. Então ela descobre a porcaria da caixa, porque a caixinha com o anel, que ele simplesmente estava jogado no meio das coisas dele, aí ela achou. E aí ele ficou, não é nada, foi pra uma missão, não sei o que lá, e ele fica falando, e ele fica continuando teclando na tecla de que eu quero fazer você feliz, e porque eu sempre fico imaginando como que vai ser, o quanto vai ser triste, porque tem uma cena, ele tá de roupa formal, porque eles acabaram de voltar de um cemitério, porque ele é órfão, os pais dele morreram quando ele era criança, e aí os pais da personagem cuidaram dele, então eles foram visitar... eles foram visitar os pais deles, os pais dele. E aí ele, no mesmo cemitério, falou de que algumas tipo, qual que é o nome? Algumas tumbas pro lado, ele já tinha comprado uma tumba pra ele. Pra quando ele morrer. E aí ele ficou falando, quando eu comprei essa tumba, eu só ficava pensando como que seria você deprimida na frente da tumba, enquanto eu tô morta, tô morta, entendeu? Então ele não queria se casar com ela, porque na cabeça dele, isso só iria, fazer com que ela, pro resto da vida, ficasse triste. Mas aí ela ficou, foda-se! Não ligo pra isso.
Tinha esse outro aí traindo ele?
Não! É que eu tenho que fazer isso daqui pra ganhar ponto.
Tem que tocar nele! Ele ainda ri.
Eu
Jogo
caguei. Eu caguei. O dublador do caguei isso aqui.
Meu Deus!
Cadê? Enfim. Do you wanna play any games? Do you wanna play gamessu?
Que game você quer play que você não gosta?
É que assim, eu só tô aceitando Valorant porque é você, entendeu? Apesar de que faz quantas semanas que eu não jogo? Muitos. porém eu aceito.
Ué, por que comigo?
Eu não sei, entendeu? Eu não sei explicar. É que é tranquilo.
Ah,
You're
entendi.
chill. You're chill.
へえ。
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.